Haley, what you doing today? I already know it's gonna be lit.
Hello, today I'm here with Money,
Hi.
and we're about to have a good conversation today.
Okay. Yes.
So, what's your name? Where are you from? And how old are you?
Okay. Well, my name is Money. I am from Woodbridge, Virginia. Um, Grew up and got kind of raised there. And I am 21. I'm 21.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I come from a big family actually. We're 7 in total. I'm the second oldest. So, yeah, 6, I would say. 6 siblings.
Did you grow up with both your parents?
Well, for 5 years of my life, like at the beginning, and then after then they kind of separated. So once that happened, it was kind of a broken family dynamic. Like my parents kept their issues, affecting us. So I kind of didn't grow up with my father in my life. So it's like, um, you could say that it was mostly my mom. It was really just my mom in the picture. I wouldn't communicate with my dad because my mom would say that he don't want anything to do with us, you know. So you kind of get resentment. You start talking. You start reaching out, you know. But yeah, that was what I thought of at the time. It wasn't really what it was, but at the time, that's what was shown to me. So that's what I knew, you know. So like that dynamic didn't last. Like it was my mom for like a couple months, and then I met my stepdad, and she were married. So,
So, like, did you finish school or anything?
well, I didn't basically finish school. It was more so like I was so worried about my life at the moment and what I had going on. I didn't really make school a priority. Like, and then it's like my feelings at the time. I felt like it didn't matter because no matter how academically up I was, like it was never enough for my parents. I was still like, it wasn't enough for them. So it kind of like ended up being something that I didn't tolerate, something that I didn't like to be part of, just because it was an easy target for someone to just point and judge and assume. So it was like one of my biggest insecurities. But I didn't end up finishing school, and it's still something that I kind of want to do, but I still have to heal that part of me. I really do.
How'd you start?
How did I start? That is interesting because I remember this was like September, like July type of last year, and I was struggling. I had not that much help, and I was just living a lifestyle where it was like everything just lost its meaning. So I'm not like saying that my friend is a bad person for introducing me these people, but she felt like it was an opportunity for me that I could take advantage of. So then one of my best friends, she told me, she's like, I hate seeing you struggle. She's like, you work almost three jobs and you can barely, make means, like she's like, and I hate how tired you are all the time. She's like, and you're a good person. She's like, I just want you to, have an opportunity, So she was like, my roommate, she's like, she makes 200 every 15 minutes, 300 every 30 minutes. Like she said, I was like, what does that mean? I wasn't aware of the game at all. Like I didn't know what it was, or I never even thought that was possible. Like when she started telling me these things, I was just like, like, is this real? Like, are you serious? Like I couldn't believe it, but I stayed quiet. I didn't say anything ever. But she's, you know, when someone doesn't say anything, a person will keep going. Sometimes you want to see where that goes. So I let her keep talking to me, and then I let her introduce me to her. She introduced me to the girl, but I didn't give in right away. It took me some time to really be like, all right, let's do this, you know. But she would tell me, she would explain to me, she would show me. Like, if it wasn't for that girl, I probably wouldn't be doing this, because I wouldn't be so aware of what could happen. She told me the do's, the don'ts. She did plays in front of me, showed me the money at the end of the night, told me how many she's seen, how many she charged every single one. And I was just like, okay. And I was just like, and then you're doing this. I was just like, imagine what one could do. So then she was like, yes, girl. She's like, your face alone will make money. So she kind of also like fit into that mindset, you know, because you have to be in a place mindfully where you're numb to this shit, because a lot of girls try to go into it, and once they do a play, they're like, oh fuck no, I'm out. I don't like this shit at all. But you really have to be somewhere deep in nothing, so you can be like, all right, where's the next one? You feel me? Like, all right, let's keep on doing this shit, you know? Mm. I remember, like, my first play. Let me tell you about this. Oh my god, my first play ever doing it, ever posting me, ever. I didn't even have the conversation, she did, because I was doing it with her.
So posting, like, what do you mean posting? Like,
okay, so there's like a website, you know, where you post yourself. Mm-hmm. And at this time, I didn't have my own ad. She had that. She posted me on it. She posted pictures of us together, and we was gonna work together. But this one, she got it off Instagram. Our first play, it was one of her old clients that, you know, had some company wanted us to come over. Mm. The first play for an hour, you know how much they paid us?
How much?
$3,000. So it was like $1,500 for each of an hour for my first time.
So you made how much? You said $1,500
for an hour.
For an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you're making most these niggas fucking like paychecks and shit.
Yeah, but it was scary. I'm not gonna lie. It was scary. It was not good, but it was like a mid experience, because when we got there, the dudes were forced, they were drunk. Mm-hmm. You know, they were drinking and stuff, and then they tried to get us to drink. You know, so I kind of like measured what I was drinking and watched what I was drinking as well. So we started, and it was like two dudes. So it was me and her, then two dudes. So we would take turns with both of them. So it was like half an hour with one and then half an hour with the other one. So then, like before, when we was my best friend and me and her, we drove to the spot, to where the dudes were. We pulled up, and then she was like, I'm gonna count the money, I'm gonna make sure everything's good, and then I'm gonna set the timer, and when I tell you, let's go, let's go. And I was just like, okay, I listen. In a situation that I don't know jack shit in, I listen. So I was alright. So then we go into the house, we meet the dudes, she starts counting the money, making sure everything is real, making sure that everything is there. So then she has like a purse, so she's carrying this purse and holding on to this purse, and it still can go in her bag and still shit, right? But she's been doing this for quite a while, so she knew kind of what to do. She kind of threw me into the wolves. I had to figure it out by my own, but I was just like, all right, let's just think this is Will Smith and we have a good session. So that's what I did, and I got done with that dude. 30 minutes went by, and then the other dude got introduced to me. So I was just like, okay, But then he wanted to go upstairs, which was kind of weird. So we went, yeah. So we went upstairs, and I was just like, okay. He was like, I just want to talk. He was like, you're too pretty. I can't. He was like, I'm already done. I already did what I wanted to do. I was like, okay. He was like, I just want to talk. I was like, okay, shit, don't mind me. I was like, I really didn't, so I just laid down and talked to him. And then he started asking about myself, and, to these people, you really can't expose your true self. So I would just sit there and lie and say that I was like an orphan.
How much do you normally charge? Like, what do you charge?
Well, before I came to this area, which is Maryland, in Richmond, I would charge $150 for 15 minutes, $300 for 30, and then $500 for an hour. But now I lowered my prices since I'm new to the area. I lowered it to $120, 15 minutes, $200 an hour. I still don't know about it. And then like $300. No, $200 half an hour, and then $300 an hour. And yeah.
What's the most money you made in a night?
The most money I've made in a night. Well, it was a night that I stayed up all night. I mean from 8 p.m. down to 10 in the morning. Like
8 a.m. to 10 in the morning?
No. Like 8 p.m.
8 p.m. to 10 in the morning, sorry.
Yeah, like a whole night shift. And it was back after back. And it was like, because some wanted 15 minutes, some wanted 30, some wanted an hour, some wanted 2. So I really had to but like some of these times, okay, because each session, each time, no matter if it's 15, 30, an hour or 2, it's one time that you nut.
Oh, so if the night's over.
Yo, if the night's over. So my goal was to get them to nut quick. So for an hour, they will pay me for an hour, but it will last 10 minutes. So I will get like, $500 for an hour, but yet it lasts 10 minutes. And then another will come in. So I made, for that time, I made about $3,000.
In the night?
In the night. And it was all cash. It was all cash.
Do you have any rules or anything?
Yes, I do. I didn't make up these rules. Like these rules were said to me, but also as in to just be safe, So there's no kissing, there's no anal, there's no bear. So it's just always using protection. There's no GFE, which is girlfriend experience. So it's nothing intimate. You're not gonna be touching on me. You're not gonna be all over me. It's just you're here for what you need, and you're gonna get the hell, instead of just jacking off for free. So basically, those are my rules. You have to be clean. If you don't smell good,
you can decline.
I can decline, and I can get your money and decline you, just because you're wasting my time. And time is money.
Do you get them tested or anything? You get tested?
I get tested. I go to clinic more often than I usually did. But just because I follow my rules, I really don't break my rules. I've never turned out positive for anything while I've been working.
Have you ever had a pimp or anything?
Well, that's another thing I learned from experience. I've had a couple men come up to me trying to be my pimp and try to Romeo talk. This is the type of men that are caressing you and telling you what you want to hear type. That's what we call a Romeo pimp. And that's the people that really have to watch out, because sometimes in this game you can be in a vulnerable place. You cannot be having so much clients. You're wasting your money on hotels. So you're really in a place where if you don't know, you fucking get paranoid. So me not knowing, I once, per se, you can say I had one.
Do you want to leave the game? Like anytime soon?
Yes, that's the goal. I kind of, was just taking this as an opportunity, to get myself a little bit more stable, But now that I've been in it for quite some time, I'm just like, all right, we gotta get the fuck out.
How long? How long has it been?
It's been since almost a year already.
She's cooking, bro.
Yes.
But it's almost, you said a year? Sorry.
Yeah, a year almost.
Dang.
Yeah, ain't that crazy? No way. Cause it's 2022, right?
Yeah.
No, it hasn't been a year. I started like in July of this year.
July this year.
Yeah,
So 6 months basically.
yeah, half a year.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning of this year, I didn't do this at all. I wasn't even in the country, goddamn it.
Well, 5 months basically, sorry.
What is this?
What do you actually want to become?
I actually want to have a business like of my own. I don't want to work for anybody. So I really want to start my business. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did postpone a lot that I was doing because of how shitty my life got. Like, I was so insecure of like showing my face because it was back in 2019 where my ex-boyfriend was abusive and he kind of fucked up my face to a point where I couldn't even recognize myself. So that kind of got in the way of me working and wanting to do anything. So I kind of stopped everything. I stopped going to school, stopped doing lashes, I stopped having a job. I just left to Mexico, and then when I came back, I had nothing. Everything that I had moved on. Life moved on, everything moved on. So I had to start from zero, but it was at a point where I started from nothing. So I started working at Food Lion. After that, after I came back to the country, I started working at Food Lion, and then I started working at that wax place. And then I started getting my certificate back for it to do with lashes. So I got my certificate as well. But then I ran into the game. And yeah, this shit is addictive. I'm not gonna lie. Not DMs popping.
Chill. So,
Trick. Right there. I can tell tricks just by looking at them. Like,
niggas that just pay for pussy?
Yes.
That's crazy. So just the name is just Trick. That's
And
it.
then I can see some pimps, and some pimps be trying to like get me to like secure me. The one thing you don't do when you see a pimp is look at them in the eyes. You don't. If you see one, you gotta look away, because if not, they can get you. And they will get you. Like, they will get you. Like, that's one thing, like, out in Florida, that's one thing I learned. When I was out in Florida with this girl, she was like, don't look in case your pimples out. I was like, what? She's like, yes, bitch, look down. Like, she would tell me, like, no, don't even look up, don't even turn around, because you're right behind us. Like, shit is real. Like, it gets serious when you're in this game. Like,
I have one last thing to ask you.
okay.
Do you have a message for the people?
Well, a message is, just to be better than what you are now. Like, I feel like just trying to put yourself in a better place, in a better mindset. No matter what you do, or no matter where you come from, like, just try to just find peace. Because I feel like that's the main goal. Because I felt rich around my family, I felt around my friends. I felt rich, and I feel like I never needed anything ever. So I feel like as long as you put yourself in a position where you're understood and you can actually express good emotions, it's just like, I don't know, you find freedom that not a lot of people find. And it's like, you've been through things, you've experienced life, you've seen lows and highs. So you kind of see the purpose of everything and know that nothing lasts forever and everything is going to change. So just enjoy your life at the moment. That's it. Because, hey, I'm playing with fire, you know? I ain't playing with fire. Death is calling. He's ringing my phone. But as long as I'm here, I'm gonna love who love me. I'm gonna take care of me as much as I can. Trying to find peace in all this. Because this can fuck up your mind. It really can. Being in this game and seeing shit. I don't really just
I did.
yeah, so just to play that just a rebel. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you.